What's the craziest thing that happened to you while traveling? Oh, I don't know if you're ready. I was in Kazakhstan. My friend that I made in the hostel, he gave me a dare. Tomorrow you go on TV. I'm like, what? And then I went on a TV reality show to find love in Kazakhstan. And I had my suit and my swag the very next day. And I went on for 4 episodes before it didn't work. But the craziest part, the whole thing was in Kazakh. I do not speak Kazakh. The whole thing was in Kazakh. And I had my own translator. But the girl that I was dating spoke only Russian and Kazakh. She didn't even speak English, not let alone French. Oh boy, that was fun. That was fun. There's a couple of episodes. At the end of the 4th episode, I mean, it's not a whole episode about me. And you know, they talk about many other people dating other people's. But it's all about youngsters dating each other and stuff, trying to find love, right? And at the very end of the last episode, she gave me a traditional outfit. I have to find the video back with the hat of the country and the whole like big jacket, but like Kazakhstan jacket. Oh boy, I'll remember this my whole life. How did you go from being shy to talking to 34,000 people plus? That's a good one. Super shy at school when I was young, not able to do the presentation in front of the class. Oh, that was hard. Even I was faking to be sick so that I don't do those presentations back then, you know? I remember those years, even at second year school. But then at one point, I decided enough is enough. When I changed from Cégep to university, I said, no, I won't be the same. And it was only on the external that I managed to transform, because I read a lot of books about self-esteem, self-confidence. But then I decided to become president of the class, and I was way out of stepping my comfort zone, but then I did it. And every week I had to go in front of the class a couple of times to do speech to 50 students. In the beginning, it was uncomfortable, and then it got better and better. But again, it was pushing me. You know, it was become me being more disciplined about it. And I was not necessarily doing the inner work or the inner change, right? And I stumbled into the concept of letting go, the techniques of body scan, physically letting go from David Hawkins. That changed my entire life. And it's only since then that I can say that I have like super good self-esteem, self-confidence. I mean, not super good, healthy self-esteem, self-confidence. And then with the tools of letting go, I managed to get and step out of my comfort zone even more in order to hug and uplifted and high-five and complimented and talk to more than 34,000 people in 52 countries. But you know, in every country that I was arriving, I was like, oh, how does the people going to react about this project? I don't know if they're already seen a guy uplifting others with random acts of kindness, right? But I managed. And the conclusion is I transformed into a much better version of me. And it's accessible to everyone. What was the moment you realized you couldn't stay in a 9 to 5? Oh, I remember. I was 22 years old walking with my parents. I had some savings because I just left a job that I really hated. I was working 70 hours a week in an accounting firm. And then I met this lady. Back then I was 22 years old. And I met this lady who was probably like 40 or something. And she said, what are you doing with your 20s? 22 years old working that much in an accounting firm? You should just take your courage and go travel the world. This is what she'd done back then. And she inspired me so much during the busy season, the tax season. I was doing the tax back then at the accounting firm. And then I thought, all right, I will follow your advice. I will do it. And therefore I quit. I had that summer that I was free. And I remember my parents telling me, what are you doing? Go get a job for the whole summer before school started again. And I was like, no way, Jose, I want to enjoy my life. And then I ran out of savings, and then I found another job, of course. But the whole thing is, the summary and the conclusion of this is, do you live to work or do you work to live? Felix asked, I want to become in peace with me. Okay, we understand that this is all about working your mindset and understanding why you're not in peace. My answer would be to do some inner work, letting go techniques by David Hawkins. I strongly recommend you buy this book. And physically let go of the negative emotion of your past traumas that you have to first become aware of. Second, express to the people concerned. And third, let go of, in terms of you sit down, you feel the feeling of those traumas, whether it's fear, whether it's angriness, whether it's hopelessness, and there's all kinds of negative feelings like this. And then you just feel it, and it hurts, and it hurts, and you do it many times. Maybe it's going to require 10 sort of inner scan meditation style in order to let go of those negative emotions. But you do it, and you do it, and you do it until it evaporates. It get out of your system. You don't have negative traumas locked into your body that direct to your life anymore. And then you do it for many different traumas of your past, and you have more and more access to cultivating constant peace of mind within your mind. What book or concept changed the way you think forever? When I read the book Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill when I was much younger, it changed my life. It blew my mind. And it was the concept of putting a little bit of structure in your life, but it's mainly summarized in like few sentences, which is define what you want, have a vision, define the list of things you have to do in order to get that vision, put this list in order of priority, tackle one or two or a couple of items of that list every single day, and let the time make your dreams come true. This is the summary of the book that transformed and changed my life. My book number 1, Think and Grow Rich. You can be rich in every area of your life. Some people think rich is only economics. Rich in your health, rich in your emotion, rich in the variety of your experiences, rich in your relationships. That's why this book is tackling rich in all the areas of your life. I strongly recommend you take a look at Napoleon Hill